here for the St. Croix tribe today. So we're going to begin the ceremony with the flag song, followed by a prayer by our tribal elder, Mr. Bruce Sonnenberg. Bruce is one of the 50 most fluent Ojibwa speakers that we have left here. So very honored to have him bestow the prayer for us. So we're going to start with a song, and I want to introduce bringing in our flags today, carrying the United States flag, United States Navy veteran, Carl Matrias. Bringing in our Wisconsin, our tribal flag, St. Croix Chippewas, Wisconsin tribal flag will be from the United States Army veteran, Mr. Bruce Taylor. And have the honor of carrying our Eagle staff in from the United States Marine Corps, veteran Jeffrey Taylor. I want to point out pretty good game that I got too. So as we make history. So now I will turn it over to Raining Thunder, our drum group here. I want to say miigwech to Michael Bearhart for being here, for Sonnenberg and Jimmy Barber for helping us with this ceremony. Oh, take it on. Please rise. Move your caps. It'll be better. Gretsch, Training Thunder. Give Bruce just a few moments here to reflect himself as renders us a prayer. Gretsch. Going to begin with our honor songs as we consider to pay respect to our ways and our culture and traditions. We'll be doing a honor song for this ceremony, as well as a song for the travelers and the flag again, to honor them. So thank you guys. I do want to acknowledge that we do have a guest here from the Lakota Ray tribe, the chairman, Mr. Lewis Taylor. I just want to acknowledge you, sir. Being here. Talk about the history here this today as we swear in the new tribal council, and so I think it's a big special day for him as well. She has some ties to this as well. So congratulations to you, Chairman, as well, and look forward to working with you in the future. So, okay, I'll turn it back over to Mr. Sonnenberg and Rain and Thunder. Oh. Okay, little clarification as when we get this collaboration over here. The drum group today is called the Chippewa Nation. Oh. Again, thank you, folks, and welcome. Their final song we're going to do is going to be for once they are sworn in for the new tribal council. So we will begin today's ceremony. We have our the Honorable Judge Steve Booley here to conduct the swearing in of our newly elected, take their oath of office that they will hold for the 2023-2025 St. Croix Tribal Council term. So at this moment, I'm going to turn the mic over to the Honorable Judge Booley here, and he will render the oath of office for our newly elected tribal council. Once that is commences and finishes, the newly elected St. Croix Tribal Council will go into closed session and deliberate and come up with the officers for this next term, and then we will make that announcement and allow our newly elected officials to make their remarks as their first act in office. So at this moment, I will hand the microphone over to Judge Riegel.
Thank you.
And she said that. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's true or not. I got my stamp just in case.
Okay, we're going to ask you to do is just repeat after me. When it gets to your name, just say your name, and if you do individuals on the line, and then we'll just continue along. Okay? Thank you, sir. Okay, raise your right hand. Who has been elected to the office of tribal council. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the St. Croix Chippewa Indians of Wisconsin. To the best of my ability.
I just want to congratulate all the candidates that can run for office on a well-run campaigns out there. It's good to see a lot of people that have a lot of heart, passion, and want to do good for the tribe. And you know, we wish you well in your future endeavors. I also like to acknowledge and thank our outgoing chairman, Mr. William Reynolds, for his service and his time and dedication he took to the St. Croix tribe. Wish Bill well in his future endeavors as well. So it's good to take a form of you know, we try to do a lot of things in a respectful manner and pay that respect to, and that's why I acknowledge the Lieutenant Chairman as he's here. I do want to also acknowledge the former chairman for St. Croix here as well, as he's sitting in attendance, Mr. Lewis Taylor. Great day, as you see, we are creating history as we continue to unite this tribe and get a government in here that is for the people and is trying to do that by being more transparent. We've seen that in the last few years get more and more. I think we've been heading in a good direction. We see 4 that have been reelected, and we have a newly elected who is really creating history here for St. Croix. I'm pretty sure I could say she's honestly the youngest person elected to the St. Croix Tribal Council. So she may be young, but she's already well seasoned. She's been in a lot of these meetings with the tribe. And so she's seeing that and gaining that. She wants to get out there and do a lot of work on behalf of the tribe. We had a lot of good conversations about that. And so very excited for the tribe as we continue to progress in our future and hopefully as a united nation here. So We really appreciate everybody being here. It sounds like it's official, so I'd like to welcome the 2023-2025 St. Croix Tribal Council. Conrad St. John, Mr. Rick Benjamin, Ms. Georgia Cobanez, Mr. Thomas Fowler, Ms. Bernice Taylor. Their official act that they will do now is go and deliberate and come back and give us the announcement of who will be our officers for this term. So just give us a few moments and we'll be kind of shout out after remarks.
Go time. Back on.
Go up to the. Or, here's my equipment. I don't.
Sorry, you're in this up.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, where's the gap? No. Yeah, tomorrow. I might speak 2 hours.
All right, folks. All right, folks. Newly elected tribal council has came and deliberated and they came to a consensus on our officers. So I'd like to announce our representatives from Round Lake community, Miss Georgia Covides. In the Sand Lake community, Mr. Conrad St. John. I'd like to introduce our new secretary treasurer, Ms. Bernice Taylor. I'd like to also introduce our new vice chairman for the St. Croix Chippewa, Wisconsin, Mr. Richard Benjamin. I'd like to introduce our new chairman for the 2023-2025 St. Croix Tribal Council. I'd like to congratulate him as well, Mr. Thomas Fowler. Congratulations to the newly elected tribal council. With that, we are going to sing a honor song for the next term here. We will do a flag song, one verse flag song, return the flag, and then we will also do a victory song, and then we will allow our new elected tribal council to make the remarks, and then we can have lunch. So again, thank you guys for being here and being patient and your attention and showing your support for our newly elected. We appreciate it. Oh, good. All right, folks, we ask you again to please rise. We pay respect. Tribal Elder Michael Barr, it's just the tribal council can dance around the ring and we sing this honor song for them. I hope. Tribal Council, Chippewa Nation. At this time, I'd like to call our redskin. We retire our flags. All right, we're gonna retire the flags. This song, one verse. And then we'll have a victory song before we have comments or tribal council. So again, thank you guys for your attention. Oh. Give me much to Chippewa Nation for the participation today. Again, thank you for our veterans for carrying the flags and being here. Thank you to our elders and our members here, family and friends. We're now gonna begin our remarks. Start with Mr. Councilman Conrad St. John.
Well, want to say how honored I am to be up here again for another 2 years, you know. I went to bed last night thinking wasn't a big deal, but I don't think I slept 2 hours last night. I was nervous as heck. It's exciting, you know, I don't take this job lightly, I don't think any of us do. I mean, since I can remember, I've lived and breathed St. Croix, followed along with the lead. And I make a difference in our tribe, and make it better for us all, and will help grow and secure the future for our tribe. So I think we've done a good job, we have a good start, but it's, after we take one step forward, the hardest thing to do is keep going forward. Usually, there's roadblocks. Things that happen, there's elections that throw, crews in our wheels, so, but, we have a really good group here, I think we're gonna do really good things. We have a lot of big projects in motion. We have a secretarial election coming up. That's gonna be huge for this tribe, the future of this tribe. We're hovering around 1,000 members right now. And we're dying off fast, 50% of our membership is 55 and older right now. A lot of our kids are not meeting that 50% blood quantum. So, the secretarial election is gonna be historical for this tribe. So that will set to begin, I would think, September, October. It's gonna be mail-in ballots. You guys are gonna get surveys, you have to fill them in, send them in by a deadline. And then, when we get those surveys counted, the BIA will then send ballots. And, there'll be one question on it: do you support secretary election change or do you not? So it's not gonna be hard. I mean, our future hangs in a balance here, so we hope we can get the support we need to get this thing passed, keep growing and keep moving forward. Like I said, I'm really honored to be up here. I'm excited to get back to work. I feel like there's still a lot of things that need to be done, but we've grown by leaps and bounds here this last 2 years. I can't wait to see where we can go. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce, the Round Lake Representative, Councilwoman Georgia Kovacs.
Paul, I'd like to thank everybody for your support the last 2 years and the next 2 coming things. It's very exciting. I didn't get anxiety until I was driving here this morning. And now my hands are sweaty. One thing I always remember is like someone said, don't ever be afraid to speak to people. So I want to thank you all. I can't wait for this next 2 years. We have some projects that we're finishing up and some projects that we want to continue and start up that will be better for the tribe, that will be better for our people, better for each and every one of the communities. No one's ever going to be left behind. We are battling our housing. I want to think housing. We're finding different steps to fix the houses and stuff that have been neglected for so many years. And I know it's slow, but we're doing it. They're doing it. We have a few different production groups that are working very hard to accomplish that. So I want to thank all of them. Stand up, guys. TJ, housing. I also want to thank the community workers, all the community coordinators. I don't know if you're here. Is there any community coordinators here? These are the ones that are keep all our kids in our things happening in our communities. Make sure that that our members' needs are met also. There's a communication between the membership and the workers in our communities that work really hard to get the wood cut, that get the lawns cut. So I just want to thank all those guys too. I don't know where they are, all the handyman and all the community. Stand up, guys. I see some of them back there. My name. Thank you guys all so much for all the hard work that you guys do, because if you guys would do all your jobs up there, we wouldn't look this much better up there. We wouldn't look good at all, because it's all of you guys that are all your hard work, all the teams that we put together. From here to 4 Winds, to our enterprises, to our new enterprises that we're going to be creating. So right now, I'm rambling because I'm nervous, but I want to thank you all so much. Thank you for your support.
All right, folks, I want to introduce our secretary treasurer. Like I said, making history, being the youngest elected official here for the St. Croix tribe. So I'd like to introduce our secretary treasurer, Miss Bernice Taylor.
Okay, firstly, I'd like to apologize because, I'm reading off the paper and right now my anxiety is down, I'm really nervous. But, I'm gonna read off my paper, so. My name is Bernice Taylor, I'm from the Sand Lake community, I'm honored to have been voted as one of your representatives on tribal council for the 2023-2026 term. I grew up in Sand Lake, I have a passion for fitness and health. Also have an interest in law enforcement and will be continuing my degree program while on tribal council. I'm dedicated to helping create a safer community for my daughter and all of our families. I believe in my generation more so than those before me that has experienced these challenges and complexities of the world dependent on technology. While it can bring us together in conversation and sharing, we can also be distracted by negative comments on social media and allow those voices to influence and decision making. That is not my plan. I plan to spend my time on tribal council, increasing opportunity for our youth by advocating for our families and our schools, expanding traditional teaching opportunities, and increasing activities for our younger generations. In addition, one of my biggest goals is to connect our communities as one, where nobody feels overlooked or forgotten. Lastly, it is my hope that election has opened the doors for both the younger generation and all tribal members to believe they too accomplish big goals. I look forward to serving the membership to the best of my ability, and I'm thankful to be learning from the team I have and our re-elected tribal council representatives. Thank you to all who voted in our elections, to all of my supporters, my uncle Louis Taylor, my dad. I feel very positive about continued growth and success in this term. I understand 2 years is not a lot of time to accomplish big things, but I'm excited to be a part of the process and move St. Croix forward. Thank you all so much.
All right, folks, I'd like to introduce our new vice chairman now for the St. Croix tribe from the Danbury community. I'd like to introduce Mr. Rick Benjamin. Oh.
Bonjour, je suis Ashton Nicholas for OSCC. Good day. My name is Rick Benjamin. My clan is Bullhead. So I want to give a big thank you to being grateful to all the voters that backed me up this past election and the previous one also. I was really surprised to get that many votes. Really appreciate it. Thank you again. I just briefly want to go into some of the projects that we have going right now or have been completed. We have this one project that we just completed here is 20 homes that are in Danbury and all the communities. 5 have been completed in Danbury. People are moving in there right now. 15 other buildings will be completed shortly. Back in June of 2021, we received some ARPA funding. We've been using a lot of this ARPA funding given back to the tribal members and also paying for our electric and etc. fuel assistance. We actually used a lot of this money to purchase 831 acres of land over by Round Lake, Turtle Lake. That's going to be used for AODA, kind of a recovery place. There's several buildings there that we're going to modify, and that should be opening probably this fall, the latest. Some of the plans that we do have, we got looking at 40 more buildings, 40 more homes for our areas here. 5 will be stick built, the other ones are going to be more or less pre-built homes again. But that's on the table now, and we're actually finalizing plans for that to go through. Some of the other things that we have on the table right now is the broadband for Maple Plain. That's the internet. They have some bad internet out there, can't get anything. looking at water sewer for Long Lake, that's a big project, but that's on the table, and we're looking at that also. New tribal center, cultural and a museum, that's on the table. We'll see what we do with that. Last but not least, we gotta look at our per cap. The past month, we gave out 2 distributions totaling $2,500. That's on the table, we're looking at that, more discussions coming up. That's all I have as far as the projects are going. I just want to thank everybody again for the support that I had. I want to get started on another productive 2 years. Be good.
Thank you. All right, folks, introduce our chairman for the 2023-2025 tribal council, Mr. Thomas Fowler.
Ogima wave on the DC cars, because you know them from the town of Gossing, and do the Bob. Niminawea Nugum, Niminawadam, Nugum, Bungia to go with Gwen, we watch to the Ojibwe Moyan. The Skokanation in the Kazo and Donis. The Dayway Benesi equation of Kazo and Donis. The Whaley equation of Kazo and Donis, the Gani Gabo is in the Kazo and Gosas. Wabanuse is in the Kazo and Gosas. Jawanudan is in the Kazo and Gosas. So what I did there, and if you do not know, I just said where I'm from, Maple Plain, and I just introduced you to all my children. I have a lot of them, so I was really but you know, even Conrad and Georgia, Bernice and Rick have thanked a lot of you right now, and I had a whole list as I was looking out at the GMs and housing and the construction crews, roads back there. I see Ward back there looking at me, staring me down. But there's a lot of people here that I could think that have been in my ear for the last 4 years. You know who you are, and I wouldn't be here without you. There's been times where I wanted to walk out of my house with my head down because I felt that I wasn't doing a good enough job. And because of all you individuals who have reached out to me and kept me going, I just want to say, Chimi wish to all of you. I really appreciate that help. Personally, for me, I want to start investing more into our language and culture. I want to start an immersion program. Start an immersion program that will create more job opportunities for our membership. I felt that this is where we've been lacking for a long time. This is something personal that I wanted to get into before I was even on tribal council. I slowly started getting into it before I was placed here, but I think I'm here now to make sure that those dreams can become a reality for our membership by strengthening our identity as Anishinaabe people. So we wish in your support in those efforts. Tristan Ustagat is another one who I want to help build this immersion program, but I don't think he's here, but I really like a round of applause for Tristan Ustagat. We really do have a really good group here. We got Conrad. Over the last 2 years, I have watched him fight for our treaty rights, actually to strengthen them within our tribe, and it's been very, very eye-opening to watch that. She is my mother, so I'm used to listening to her. And I'm a bit listener. I like to think that. But she has definitely spoken out about the substance abuse problems that we're facing today. And I really like to support her in her efforts in those, in that fight. I guess. Working with Rick Benjamin for the past 2 years financially is something that I'm really glad that he got voted back in, because financially he's been on it, been watching the numbers. And every time there's a disbursement talk come up, Rick has been there to give that okay, that we're okay, we can give out a disbursement to the membership. By giving the treasurer that power, it was a good working relationship, and know that he was there watching those numbers. So I just like to say which, and I look forward to the next 2 years with you, Rick, as our representative. Next for Bernice, her young perspective is something I feel that we need in tribal council. Got a really good message. Her campaign, and it really hit home for me. And it made me think that why should we do something alone when we can do it together? And I just want to say we wish for that message, Chris. Thank you. I'll try not to thank everyone here. Jim's barber, I'd like to thank James. He's been in my office yelling at me sometimes. He gets a little animated. But last but not least, I'd like to thank the special woman who's stood with me. While I'm here, she's been at home, taking care of my family, and she's been also healing other dancers by creating jingle dresses for these people. She's been there beating, doing her thing, but also she's been that support system for me. As soon as I walk out that door with my head down, she tells me that I have to go in strong. And she makes sure that my head is held high when I leave the house. So I'd really like to say thank you, Melissa Fowler, for being. I want to thank Jimmy Blitz for being here today. I'm going to do my best to try to support the council, but more importantly, I want to be here to support the membership and the staff. Meet wish.
You know, like we newly elected St. Croix Tribal Council, let's give one more hand. I want to thank everybody for being here again. Before we go though, I do want to, because as the chairman mentioned, I want to say congratulations and thank you to all the families of elected officials, because it is a tough, never thankless job that they have to do, and to have that support is so crucial, and we got to remember that, because they take the good and the bad too. So let's keep that in mind. So again, thank you for being here. Let's enjoy this beautiful spirit. Thank you, Troy, and the chat, the wonderful food, and for always being there, for providing for us at all the events that we're having. We got a lot of things in the fire going on, as the tribal council mentioned. So enjoy, and we'll see you guys back at work at 1:30.